Hello, my name is Kira and this is Hitman 2. So what we're going to be doing today is Marrakesh, yep. Gilded Cage, which is the main mission of Marrakesh, and we're going to be doing Silent Assassin, suit only, no evidence run on massive difficulty. Because I realized I did the Bangkok one and I was like, wait, I skipped an entire map. So we're going to be going back and doing Marrakesh. So we're going to start in the Bazaar. We're going to grab a silenced pistol of your choice. Just make sure you have enough rounds to shoot out, I think it's 3 cameras. Bring along whatever costume you feel like. I'm going to be going with a clown suit because I think it's adorable. And then bring along, you're going to need some lethal poison vial, or you're going to have to bring the lethal poison pills. Either of them work just fine. Just choose one, whichever you have unlocked. And I believe you unlocked this particular one from master level 15 in Paris, and you unlock the pill version of this in Whittleton Creek. And yeah, so bring along some poison because we're going to be poisoning General Zaydan's lunch. / dinner. I don't know what time it is in Marrakesh when we play. But yes, we're going to poison some sort of meal. You're going to bring along a breaching charge or a scrambler thingy-majiggy you can unlock in Hokkaido. But I'm bringing along a remote breaching charge because I haven't been to Hokkaido yet in the new game. But whatever is fine. Just bring along something you can get through one of these keycard doors. Now, if you don't have either the remote breaching charge, which you unlock in Paris, I believe, or the scrambler thingy from Hokkaido, then what you're going to need is to grab a propane tank. And we can grab one in the parking lot of the embassy, so that's not a biggie. But yeah, we're going to need one of those. I will try to point out where the propane tank is if I can remember. But I might not be able to because when I'm doing this, okay, so for one, I'm on some painkillers because a nerve in my stomach is broken, and my concentration isn't perfect at the moment, and I'm still working on it, and I can only sort of concentrate for short bursts of period at a time before I need to take a break, or my mind kind of just fuzzles out. It's weird, or I fall asleep. It's one or the other. But yeah, so I'm going to be, sometimes I'm okay, and some days I can concentrate for hours, and some other days are 15 minutes and I'm done. So I'm not running at the highest capacity here. But anyway, so if I do forget, I'll try to put in the subtitles when I do edit the videos. You're going to bring a suit of your choice, as I said. And to make life easier, I'm going to be smuggling in some coins, but obviously you don't have to do this at all. I won't do it, just to make things fair. But anyway, we're going to start in the Bazaar entrance. Now, this method for doing a Gilded Cage, Silent Assassin suit only, no evidence, isn't my original. It's the one that's been done on YouTube by most of the people that do Hitman videos. And that's for a reason, because this is the easiest way of doing it. Now, trying to do this without a poison vial is actually pretty difficult because you have to sneak into Zayden's compound suit only, basically, and that's a difficult ask. It's not impossible, but it's going to require a lot of knockouts and a lot of sneak around, which I don't particularly enjoy, which is why I'm going for a poison kill. And as you know, poison kills count as accident kills, which means that even if the body is found, you still get the no bodies found bonus at the end of the level. We're going to be killing Stromberg in his consulate, which is basically a fortress. So that is going to make things a little bit difficult, and which is why there's going to be moments where it's going to be a bit iffy, and there is going to be some knockouts and stuff that's required for you to make it somewhat safe. Okay, enough rambling, Kira. Let's get this going. Alright, so what we're going to do is start the Bazaar and let's get going. So, because you don't have any coins, you're going to have to pick up some throwables to use as distractions, and that's what we're going to concentrate on first up. I'm always just using this loading screen to kind of explain the things that I forgot to explain on the planning screen. Because I could be cutting all of this out, but I don't because I ramble. Anyway.
Welcome to Marrakesh.
Yes, thank you, Diana. Sorry, Diana. We're busy. Alright, we're going to, I just don't need to watch the cutscenes. You can if you want to.
What?
But anyway, as soon as we come out, we're going to be coming out into the left-hand side of the electronics market, which is where that fancy place is. We're going to grab a screwdriver, a wrench, and a whole veritable tool of, tools. Then we're going to go through this corridor here, and then we're going to turn right, and we're going to find a radio. Now, see that sleeping waiter over here? Well, he's the one that delivers food to Zayden's compound. So we need him awake so he can deliver the damn food. Otherwise, Zayden's not going to die. So we're going to wake him up by playing this radio. And then we're going to leave straight away. Because obviously, that's a distraction that's going to wake him up. Then what we're going to do is run through here. And then we're going to go around this nail stand, which I'm not a big fan of. Just putting it out there. And then we're going to go through here. Now, this is the shoe shop, which leads to the tunnel. Now, this guy patrols up and down this little corridor bit. We want him obviously not to be looking at the food that we're trying to poison. So I'm going to wait until he walks away. Do not get the breaching and charge out by accident. Once he's walked away, this dude is also just looking directly at the food. So what I'm going to do is throw a brick over there to distract him. And when his back is turned, just run up and poison the food. And he won't notice a damn thing because, hey, brick! Gotta go and investigate that, buddy. Thank you. I'll also have my brick back. Alright, then we're going to run through here and we're going to be sneaking into the consulate. Now, this is literally the method you use every single time you sneak into the consulate. Now, there's two things that you need to kind of worry about here. It's a combination of a camera plus a guard. Now, if you go and get spotted by the camera knows you're trespassing and you're compromised immediately. And not to mention you lose the not seen bonus. So the guard is turned around, camera's looking the other way, I'm going to sneak through and got recorded. This is where you have to be careful. But anyway, I'm actually going to leave that in just so that you can see. But I'm going to quickly run through and do all of that. This is what happens if you're not patient. So you want to jump as soon as the camera, like when the camera is facing totally the other way and not any sooner than that. But this is the thing about doing master difficulty runs.
Welcome to
You're not going to get everything perfect the first time you do it, or the second time you do it. You're going to sometimes, confuse things a little bit, or misjudge your timing, or just get lost and run around the wrong corridor, and then you bump into someone, or whatever it may be, and you get compromised. And that's just the nature of master difficulty runs. What I want to focus on with these videos is to show that it's actually okay. And Hitman isn't about getting everything right the first time around. Hitman is about trying things multiple ways, trying different things, and then finding a way for that to work. Now, I just bumped into that guard to slow down his walking so that I can poison the food without having to wait for another period. And that's another thing. If you bump into NPCs and stuff like that, especially guards, they will actually slow down and give you time to do whatever you want to do. So the guard is not anywhere nearby. The guy is distracted by our wrench. He didn't see us do anything. I'm picking up my wrench and I'm going to run back. So that's, in a way, if you want to speed things up, that's how you speed things up. You bump crucial NPCs until they're distracted or moved away. Just don't bump any guards twice. Now, I'm going to be patient this time here because he's about to put out his cigarette and he's going to walk to the right and stay there for a little bit. Now, the camera is going to be panning left to right. I mean, it's going to stay mostly to the right, then to the left. So what we're going to do is wait for that. Obviously, he's going to see us if we jump now. So we're going to wait. We're going to be patient. But I do not recommend saving here. Poisoning Zayden is so easy that you don't need to be doing that. There's like other riskier bits through this that you could use a save rather than before, because you can only save once in master difficulty. So we're going to wait for the guard to walk to the corner. The camera is pan the other way, but I'm actually going to wait again because I just missed the split-second timing because I was thinking about it too hard. And now the camera is going to move back to the right. There it goes, and now is our timing. So we're just going to run through, duck onto the camera, and come out here into the parking lot. What we're going to do now is grab our gun, and we're going to shoot out this pesky little camera, because if it is there when there we go, the guard is going to get alerted by it, but if you duck in here quickly enough, he's not going to notice.
Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Now here, there is, we actually have to come back out this way, which is why we shoot the camera out. The guard doesn't ever come in here to investigate, so it's fine. Now, we need to stop here for a little bit, because that guy patrols up and down this corridor, and we want to catch him when he's going up the corridor. So we're going to wait a little bit, because if we go out now, he's going to definitely see us, and that's like the last thing you want. There you go, he's gone. We're just going to basically tail him, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get behind him and hide in this truck, behind this truck, because I'm actually going to choke this guy out. You don't actually have to, but it makes things a lot easier if you get rid of him now than later, because when you come back out, you obviously have to do the same route as what we're doing now, and it gets a little bit difficult if he's patrolling up and down. So to get rid of that risk, I'm just going to get rid of him, because why not? So you can choke him out, or you can, as usual, throw an object at his head. I'm just going to choke him out. If you spam the Q button, he gets choked out faster. Please don't. I know, buddy. I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry. But anyway, there is a convenient box in here for you to store him in. And as you might have seen if you have keen eyesight, there's 2 propane tanks here. So if you don't have a remote breaching charge, I recommend using those propane tanks to be able to do what we're about to do now. Now, I don't know why I just loaded my gun, but anyway. We're just going to sneak out here. There's 3 guards here. That one's going to be patrolling up and down here, and those 2 are going to be there. I'm going to get that guy, wait for that guy to either settle over there or be standing all the way over there before I shoot the camera out. And sometimes you're going to have to duck back into the room, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to quickly duck out, shoot the camera out, use your instincts, and if you have to shoot it multiple times and bullet impacts get noticed, blah blah blah, then just duck. Now I've got a noticer who's just come to investigate, so rather than staying there, if you just come into this room, you're a lot safer, and that's what we're doing. As I said, if you get the timing right and he is standing all the way over in that corner, then he's not going to notice jack shit. So it's up to you on how you want to do it. So I'm just going to wait for that guy to walk away. Okay, there you go. Then I'm going to slowly start sneaking. Now here, there's going to be another guard that kind of is right in front of that white truck, and that's another pain. Wait for these 2 guys to have their heads turned away from you. Run around and stop by this white truck. Now that guy's walking away, fantastic. Sometimes it's going to be stopped right there, so you need to watch out for him. What we're going to do is use a breaching charge if you have that. Place it, walk away a little bit, blow it, go through the door immediately. Now if you have a propane tank, that is going to have to be a quicker action of you placing, to not throw, the propane tank, or at least dropping it, backing away, shooting it twice real quick, and then running through the door. And you want to run through the door, and pretty much if you use a propane tank, get to about here before you stop, because some of those guards can start to investigate and it can get you into a lot of trouble. Now this is where I would say make a save, because this is the places where it can start to get a little bit tricky. And even if it doesn't get very tricky and you do mess up a little bit later on, it's not going to take an awful long time for you to go back and try this again. So this is my recommendation. And as I say in my recommendation, I'm going to try to save here. Okay. I had to reload a save. I reload the save because I screwdrived the guy in a guard in the neck, because yeah, things happened. I was distracting him with a screwdriver, and then I forgot that I had a screwdriver still armed, and then I tried to subdue him, and then I killed him instead. So low save. I'm being honest. I could have just edited all of this out and just pretended that I did this in one perfect run, but I don't. Anyway, enough rambling. Oh god. We're going to open this door, trigger this conversation by sticking our head out. Just opening the door doesn't trigger the conversation, so we do need to stick our head out. We're going to actually let the conversation run through, because if we try to distract these two guards with a coin or something, that soldier, for unknown reasons, know exactly where it was thrown from, turn around and look at us. And if he does that, then that's not good for us. And then we go into combat. We're going to wait for that guard to walk away. Perfect. And then we're going to just sneak through. Just crouch, walk, and you'll be fine. Oh god, stop that steam. Up these stairs, and we're going to pause right here. Because there is a guard that patrols up and down this corridor, and we want to make sure that he's not, going to see us. We're going to pop in here. This is our little murder room. Now, Klaus is already here, which means we missed the first timing to kill him, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to distract the guard in here. Hide in this convenient little box. I wish there was two of them in here, but there's only one box. But anyway, he's going to come and investigate the vacuum being turned on mysteriously by itself because, things happen. We're going to pop out. And wait for him to turn it off and subdue him. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. You'll be fine, though. You'll wake up. I'm not going to kill you. But anyway, we're going to pick up his gun. Just to be neat. We don't actually have to pick it up, but we're just going to pick it up. Now, there's the other guard there. We're going to have to distract him into this room and take him out and hopefully not kill him this time. So I'm going to use a crowbar instead. Now, the thing about distracting him into this room is that sometimes those two NPCs downstairs can get alerted and also come upstairs to investigate, which is why we're not going to be killing Strandberg in this room per se. We're going to be killing him away from here. But anyway, we're going to throw the crowbar. Okay. See, they drop things, they get all alarmed, but it's the guard that's going to come and investigate. So he's going to come in to this room, like not actually into the room, but he's going to look very close at this room before he turns around. When he's turning around is when we're going to grab him, subdue him, and we're going to put him away in the box. Now subduing him can also, for some reason, though no one should get alerted, can bring up an NPC here. See, he's coming up here to investigate, which is really, really annoying. But we're just going to pick up the gun, pick everything up, get rid of everything, and just stay here. The guy that comes up to investigate with a question mark is actually not an enforcer. So unless you have a guard that comes up here and investigates, you're perfectly fine to stay here, no problems. So this guy, for unknown reasons, is going to come in here and have a look. I don't get it. It makes no sense. But we'll let him do his thing. It's fine. So he'll do his little investigation and then he'll go back downstairs. You can actually choke him out and then lure Strandberg into this room and kill him here as well, but he sees the body, so no evidence gets a little bit difficult. You have no other place to stash this body. So, you can, there is another choice, of killing Strandberg in the room where that guy that's sitting down is, in an office, and that's another easy place to kill him as well, because Strandberg is not an enforcer, and neither is that guy in the room. The only issue you're going to have is with the guard that patrols around there, but you can also get rid of him as well. So it's up to you to see how you want to do it, but I prefer to do this method because I think this is a little bit more reliable and requires less quick knockouts. Because if you do the kill in that office with the guy that's sitting down, what you need to do is knock out that guy when Strandberg has his back turned, and then quickly kill Strandberg or like knock him out as well, or like throw a screwdriver at him, because that works. So it's up to you to see how you want to do it, really. But what we're going to do is wait for Strandberg to make his way back to where we are. So this is the thing with my master difficulty thingies. I want to make sure that you're having fun playing Hitman, because it is an incredibly fun game. I've had some amazing laughs playing Ghost Mode with my friends, Sniper Assassin with my friends, But also, sometimes, being on a Discord call with a friend and then walking them through certain things, or, calling them up and going, oh my god, I'm in this map and I can't find a freaking wrench. Where the hell do I find a wrench? Or I've got this kill I want to do. How do I go about doing it? And it does actually bring on a lot of conversations, because your friends might have done certain opportunities that you haven't done yet, or they've done some crazy kills, and we can kind of talk about it. And not everything in Hitman is scripted. Like, this kill isn't scripted. It isn't an opportunity. It isn't whatever it may be. And so you can get creative and do a lot of crazy things. So, but at the same time, if you want to get all of the most difficult things done, then I also want you to have fun doing it and not get stressed, or feel like you're not very good at this game or an inferior gamer just because you can't achieve things, first round. Because this run, for one, as I said, I had to reload a save. And for two, to get it down to a point where I can actually do this pretty smoothly and still kind of, messing things up, took, hours of gameplay to actually get it down to where I knew where everything was, where I could figure out, how to get into the embassy and things like that. And watching YouTube videos can certainly help, but it's not going to help you develop the, the awareness of the NPCs or sneaking about, because no video can actually sit there and tell you exactly the route of all of the guards. Like, for example, I know that one is always going to go down the stairs, up this corridor, go a little bit to about midpoint here, and then come back and loop around and come up these stairs again. So he is the one that was talking to the dude downstairs, by the way. Now, Strandberg is here. The guard that's going to be the nearest is going to be going into the AV center, which means we have time to go out and kill Strandberg. So what I'm going to do is wait for him. Just make sure that no one is actually going to see us.
Take a stroll.
And I'm just going to subdue him real quick. Then I'm going to actually drag him into our murder room. Just make sure you use your Hitman vision to look downstairs as well, because then people can actually look up and see you as well. You don't want that to happen either. So I'm just going to drag him into our murder room. And snap his snap. Snap his snap.
Both targets down. Now head towards an exit.
With Strandberg, we've got nowhere to hide him, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna tuck him in. Whatever. So we need to now make our exfil. But as I said, there's two guards that patrol this corridor. That one that goes up around, and the one that is coming up the stairs now. So what we need to do is wait for that guy to finish coming up the stairs, do his thing, and then we can actually follow him down and then out into the parking lot, and that's one less choke out you have to do. So it's up to you to see how you want to do it. I prefer not to choke out people if I don't have to reduce the risk of it going wrong or them turning around. And this one can get a little bit risky because he goes down the stairs straight away. So if you throw you can throw an object at him maybe, but the guy downstairs might hear it. And if you try to choke him out, you might end up punching him in the face. So that is also another risk. So once he's going down the stairs, I'm just going to tuck myself in this corner just in case the guy patrolling comes around. He's not. Okay, there you go. Just keep watching your Hitman vision to make sure that everyone is where they need to be. There we go. And then we can just crouch walk. Don't run past that guy because he might get a little bit loaded. And we're going to go down here. Once we're here, we can take another deep breath because now we're going to have to sneak past all of the army soldiers. Now, as I said, at this point, honestly, every time I do an exfil, I want out. I just want to run out of the room as soon as possible. But if you do that, you could actually end up ruining your run right at the end. So you're gonna be careful. You're gonna have to be a little bit methodical, and that's fine. So at this point, that guy is going to now come back down. He does a loop where he goes up and around to the left-hand side, and then comes back. Once he's turned around, and starts walking back, we're going to wait for him to move a little bit before we make our move, because don't forget there is 3 guys that's going to be behind this white truck as well that we have to worry about, besides this guy who's just having a smoke break and doesn't really care. So we're going to just take this time to see where those 2 guys are, and now I'm a bit worried about the 3rd guy because I can't see him. So I'm going to just go behind the white truck again. And that's fine. Just let them get they might get a little bit of circle, but that's fine. the third guy. Here we go. Just bounce the suspicion marker around and you'll get fine. Okay, now it's time. Just quickly run. Crouch run through until you get to here. And you're now safe because you took out that other guy before. This is the reason I took him out, because this part is the one that giving me a heart attack. But anyway, up this corridor. And now don't forget, you do still have a security guard here to watch out for. He's having his smoke. I don't know what his pattern is. Okay, there we go. He's about to put it out, so it was probably a good move to wait. Now he's going to go and do his guarding thing. And then, 2 seconds later, he's going for another smoke break. I mean, all of these characters in Hitman is going to get cancer really, really quickly. I mean, smoking is not good for you. Not judging, but smoke break every 2 minutes. Seriously, buddy. Not even 2 minutes. It's like 15 seconds or like maybe 30 seconds. I don't know. I'm not very good judgment of time. I don't have very good judgment of time is the right wording. Oh god, brain's starting to get fuzzy. Alright, so he's gonna go. He's gonna have his smoke break. And this is why we took out that camera. So there you go. Just go through. Vault over. And you're now safe. So you've got all of the time in the world to find an exit of your choice and leave the map. Just don't go into any trespassing areas like that. And you'll be fine. So, there we go. That should be Silent Assassin, suit only, no evidence, on master difficulty, done without too many dramas. But you might have to do it a couple of times, and if you do, so be it. You learn the game more, you learn the maps more, and you can get creative. Like for example, I've done runs where I would just visit a map and do crazy things, or play Hitman Roulette with a friend. So anyway, that's it. Exit the mission. And it's even funnier because he's in a freaking clown suit. And give him my Silent Assassin suit only. Thank you very much. I already completed that ages ago. Okay. So I actually like this screen because it shows you all of the ones that you've done, all of the ones you haven't done. I'm waiting for these to complete once I finish all of the Silent Assassin suit onlys in the game. But anyway, so Silent Assassin, if you look at the detail score, you'll see that what's it called? Never spotted, no notice kills, no bodies found, no recordings. Those are the criteria that you have to fulfill in order to get Silent Assassin. So there you go. You can see I've done other stuff in the map before, but anyway. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guide, thingy-majiggy, ramble. And I hope you'll come back for more. But most of all, as always, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah!